A few days ago, I recorded a normal video. Nothing unusual. I remember being completely alone and everything seemed fine while filming. The room was quiet. No strange sounds, no movement. Later that night, I decided to rewatch it. That's when I noticed something in the background. At first, I thought it was just a shadow. But the more I looked at it, the more it felt wrong. For as long as anyone in the town of Black Hollow could remember, the old house on Crow Hill had stood empty. Windows boarded, gate rusted, no owner listed in public records. Every few years, someone claimed to see lights inside, faint and moving, like lanterns drifting from room to room. But when people climbed the hill the next day, the house was silent again. My grandmother used to tell me, some houses are built with wood and stone, others are built with waiting. I never understood what she meant until the night I found the key. It happened on the evening of my 17th birthday. The key was inside a small wooden box left on my doorstep. No note, no name, just a silver key, colder than it should have been, with a symbol carved into its bow, a circle crossed by a vertical line. The moment I touched it, a strange sensation ran through me, like a memory that didn't belong to me. A staircase, a mirror, a door at the end of a long corridor, and the house on Crow Hill. I don't know why I went. Maybe curiosity, maybe something else. The sky was already dark when I reached the iron gate. The wind made it creak as if whispering. I expected fear. Instead, I felt recognition. The front door stood slightly open. Inside, the air smelled not of dust, but of rain. The floorboards were clean, candles burned in wall sconces, though no one had lit them. The house wasn't abandoned. It was prepared. "Hello?" My voice echoed softly, swallowed by thick velvet curtains. A door at the end of the hallway clicked shut. I followed. Each step deeper into the house felt heavier, as if gravity thickened. The walls were lined with portraits, dozens of them. All different people, different centuries, judging by their clothes. But each portrait had one detail in common. They all wore the same symbol around their necks. The circle crossed by a line. I froze when I saw the last painting. It was me. Not exactly me, but someone identical. Same eyes, same scar on the eyebrow from when I fell off my bike at 12. In the portrait, the boy stood in this very hallway, holding the same silver key. The date carved into the frame read 1893. "That's not possible," I whispered. "You said that last time." The voice came from behind me. I turned slowly. A girl stood at the base of the staircase. She looked about my age, with dark hair falling over one shoulder. She wasn't glowing or ghostly. She looked real. Too real. "You remember me differently every time," she said calmly. "But you always come back. I've never been here before." She tilted her head. "Not in this version." My heart pounded. "What is this place?" "The house exists between moments," she replied. "It appears when a cycle completes." "Cycle of what?" She stepped closer. The candles flickered as she passed. "You." The staircase behind her began to shift, stretching taller, longer, impossibly high. "You were the first," she continued, "in 1893. You built this house after discovering how to step outside linear time. You tried to escape something. You never told me what." "Escape what?" Her eyes darkened slightly. "The thing that follows you." A cold draft swept through the corridor. The portraits trembled. From somewhere above came a slow, deliberate knock. Once, twice, 3 times. "It's early," she whispered. It usually takes longer to find us. Find us, my voice cracked. You reset yourself every time it gets too close. You erase your memory. You live another life. Different name, different family. But you always turn 17, and the key always finds you. The knocking grew louder. The walls pulsed faintly, as if Zacchaeus had a heartbeat. "What is it?" I asked. She hesitated. "We don't know its true form. It doesn't move through space. It moves through regret." The word hit me harder than the sound. "In your first life," she said, "you made a choice, one that fractured something fundamental. This house is your refuge between timelines, but each reset weakens the walls." The ceiling cracked slightly above us. Fine dust rained down. "And if it reaches us?" I asked. Her gaze softened. "Then there will be no more resets." The knocking stopped. Silence. A shadow seeped beneath the door at the top of the staircase, not cast by light, formed from absence of it. It stretched unnaturally, twisting against the banister. The silver key in my hand began to vibrate. "You can still leave," she said quickly. "Walk out the front door. Forget tonight. Live your life." "And you?" A faint smile. "I stay with the house." "Why?" "Because I wasn't part of the original timeline. I only exist in the spaces you created." The shadow moved again, faster now. I looked at the key. "Or," she added, "you can remember." The staircase shifted once more. A new door appeared beneath it. Small, wooden, marked with the same symbol. "Behind that door," she said "is the memory of your first choice." The house groaned. The shadow reached the midpoint of the stairs. "Choose quickly." For a moment, fear almost won. The instinct to run, to forget, to pretend none of this was real. But the portrait of myself, 1893, seemed to watch me. I stepped toward the small door. The key fit perfectly. As I turned it, the world around me fractured like glass, and in the breaking reflection, I saw a laboratory. Stormlight, a machine built from brass and bone, and myself, older, desperate, activating something that tore a hole through more than just time. The shadow surged forward, and everything went white. When I opened my eyes, I was standing in front of the house again. Crow Hill, night air, the gate closed, no lights inside. In my hand was not a key, but a pocket watch ticking backward, and from somewhere far behind me, in the dark beyond the trees, came a single, patient knock.
To be continued.